Don't. Yo, what's good, Loner 90? Yeah, Flow State. You know, I'm just posting, chilling, waiting for oh, what's good, homie? Much respect, bro. Much respect, man. Much love, man. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm kinda in the cut, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Uh it's horrible, you know what I mean? Like if I'm being honest, oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. You can hear me. I'm just trying, man. Trying to get by day to day, bro. Trying to live, trying to survive, man. You know, um, just trying to keep myself in good spirits, man, as I go through this, this little situation that I'm facing. But yeah, man. What do you guys got planned today? You guys got any plans for the weekend or anything like that? So me personally, I'm just trying to survive out here. But anyway, man, yeah, I seen the most craziest thing earlier, before I started this or whatever. I seen this, it was it was like this homeless guy, whatever. And like he was talking to himself though, right? But it's like I was like across the street, like on the park side. And this guy's like at the bus stop, but he was like talking to himself. He was like swinging his arms in the air. And I'm like, you see that? Like, how in the hell are you supposed to like try to rehabilitate society like that when you got people like that just out there on the streets losing their minds, you know? And I'm like, and then like he kind of like looks at me for a second, like, don't come over here with me, don't bring that nonsense, don't bring that nonsense nowhere near me. I ain't trying to be bothered with that mess, you know? For real. Yeah, what's good, man? What's good, Evil Grin? What's good, Viral Pandemic? What's up, homie? Yeah, the last live I did was my Black Pill Villain channel. I think I had like I think almost a thousand people or something like that. Then I only did one. I don't do lives like that. I'm just, you know. But I do them every now and then. Since I'm waiting for something, I was like, let me just do a quick little live. Let's see who's up, you know. But yeah, bro. So like, and it's like when you're walking at night in certain places, bro, you got to keep your head on a swivel. There's some crazy mother effers out there. I'm like, damn, you know. And then you got to watch out for the police. It's crazy, bro. I'm like, this is not the America that I grew up in the 90s. Because in the 90s, bro, I remember as a kid, bro, like sneaking out the house late at night, meeting the homies at the park. And we're like, it's like 2:30 in the morning. We're playing football at the park. And then, of course, like, eventually some Karen ends that. But it was in the 90s where it was like, it wasn't like as like censored as it is now, bro. So it's crazy, man. What's good, tiresome existence? What's up, homie? What's good, Breeze Sad? What's up, man? Hope you guys are all doing good, man, and getting ready for this weekend, man. Yeah, hey, base, you're absolutely right. Base Edo, you're absolutely right, bro. People do be getting snatched like Skinwalker Ranch, man. For real, you know. You know. Oh yeah, man. Hey, Chris, I know who you is, brother. I know your name, brother. Much respect, much love, homie. Yeah, but yeah, you're right about that. Walking around at night and at the park, you got to keep your head on a swivel because there's so many crazy people, bro. It's like when I was growing up early, like in the '90s or whatever, in high school, we used to do like little, like late night little smoke sessions and shit like that. And you could be at the park and it would be cool, But Nowadays, man, it's crazy. I don't know. The world's just getting more dangerous day by day, man. I just feel like it's going to be a total. I feel like the whole world's going, it's going down the drain. Like, I don't think this shit can last another 10 to 20 years without a major civil war or something like that, right? Yeah. And yeah, people are disappearing every single day. That's crazy, you know. And I do believe some of it could be just regular people doing evil stuff. You got serial marauders and stuff like that. And I do believe some of it could be some government shit or some supernatural shit too, especially like when you're deep in the forest and nobody's around and people just disappear. But I don't know, man. It's just, I keep my head on a swivel though, man. I don't really trust nothing, honestly. But yeah, man, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking of like making a couple of shirts or something like that and putting some of my quotes on there. Would you guys be interested in that? I was thinking about putting on a shirt, outside the room is doom, and it shows like a guy with like his headset on. It's like like his mom banging on the door. He's in his underwear. And he's like, damn, and outside the room is doom. You tell him to take the trash out or something. I think that's funny. You know, I don't know, bro. A lot of us live this crazy life, bro. It's, I don't know, man. I really want to be able to do what I truly want to do in life, like something that can really put me in a position, right? I think we all want that. Honestly, I think we all want to be, you know, happy, right? Oh, hit it from the back, hit it from the back and make that natty clap, man. Hit it from the back and make that natty smack. That's so funny, man. Like, like it's funny because I think it was Sent My Own Way, and he was talking about now I finally understand what you mean when you say hit it from the back and make that nanny smack. It's like, yeah, that's what I mean. you know? I think that's what we all really need right now. I think we all need a good lay, we all need a beautiful girl to just let us hit it from the back, make that nanny smack. Oh yeah, fellatio at a high ratio. Yeah, evil grin. Hell yeah. Getting fellatio at a high ratio. You know, I actually seen that one time at a park, to be real with you. Like, there was this guy behind the tree and he was getting done. I'm like, damn, and it's brutal. It's cold out at night. I'm already feeling a certain way. You see, like he had like a jacket, but it was like over her head and like kind of covering her back. But I can tell what's going on. She's on her knees. He's sitting there moaning. It's about like 20 feet away. I ain't trying to stare at people's privacy. I just keep walking, minding my business. But it's like, damn, like it's like, late at night, right in the open. And then meanwhile, guys like us in this position, we can't even get a girl to hold our hand, without $1 million in ours. It's brutal, you know. Oh yeah, shout out to my boy Tawana, man. Shout out. Yeah. I miss Tawana, bro. Like, his videos were my cult, man. Like, for real. I used to binge watch Tawana, Like, I related so much to him, you know. Yeah, bro. Bro. I've been like, bro. I've seen it a lot. Like, that's not my first time seeing that, bro. Like, I've seen it like a lot of times over my life. Like, people doing dirty things at the park, at the laundromat, bro. One time, I go to like wash clothes, and I see this white boy. He's with this Hispanic girl. So like, how like when you go to some of these laundromats, it's like a window. It's like a window with like bars on it. And I'm looking, and at first I wasn't paying attention, and this guy's hitting it from the back. When I open up the door, this guy's sitting there tearing her shit up. I'm like, oh shit, I almost dropped my laundry. I have to back up and go. I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, people have, like, it's like they haven't got no fear. Back in the days, bro, people used to be, they'll at least go, in an alleyway or somewhere, or not in a public area. But that guy didn't give a damn. I'm like, wow. And then it's like, that's why I say it's the demiurge, bro. Like, the demiurge already knows that you want a woman, you yearn for a woman, you yearn for happiness, you yearn for peace. And then he'll put something like that right in front of you. It's like, what are the odds? I'm just trying to wash clothes, bro. you know? Yeah, what's up, Evil Grant? I binge watched you in true form in 2024. Those were good cope sessions. Oh, yeah. In 2024, I was way raw because I was new to this YouTube shit. I didn't know. I had no idea that I'll even have an audience. So I was just speaking raw from the heart, uncut, maybe a little bit too uncut, right? But, yeah. I feel like guys like us should start posting content. We all got really good stories to tell. That's the, I always say that, like, people in our position, like, if you want, just start talking about your life. I mean, but be very careful. You see, me, I'm the type of person where I'm very open because I didn't think nobody cared about me, but it backfired on me, because it's like I put too much of my life out there, but I didn't fucking know that nobody cared about a schizophrenic, homeless black man, right? You know what I mean? But little did I know I was wrong. I guess I'm more interesting than what I let on. But to me, I'm just me. But yeah, if you do want to make a channel, go ahead and make it, you know, and just do your thing, man. And yeah, bro, please keep giving us stories from your school days. Those are phenomenal. Well, from what you want to know about? You want to know about what, football? You want to know about thoughts and bops? What you want to know about? I got I got a lot of stories. I just can't tell them because I can't tell them because YouTube's guidelines or regulations are so strict. Like if you post something and if YouTube checks your, like when you upload a video, YouTube checks or whatever, and if like you use too many cuss words or you use something that they don't like, then they can demonetize you or they can just like put a warning on your channel and shit like that. I dislike how YouTube is now, bro. I can't be raw, man. You know, talk about some house parties. Okay, hold on. You can tell you can tell me a drama story. Do you write a script when making a video? Nah, bro. I never write a script. Yo, what's good? What's good? Cope reality, bro. Nah, bro, I don't do no scripts, bro. I just turn my phone on and let my soul speak. Like what I'm doing now is exactly how I make a video. And I just talk for about 30 minutes, because it takes about 30 minutes for me to just really let it out. And after 30 minutes, and then when I feel calm, then I stop and I just end the video, you know, everything. Just watch your language because YouTube stay hating. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, you know. Hold on. Oh, these are coming in now. I'm old. My eyes. The worst part of living in the modern age is good lifers rub it in our faces and they get a sick satisfaction. At least in medieval times, serf never saw the king live. Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro. Like I was watching documentaries on King Henry VIII, and a lot of the kitchen staff in the Hampton Court, they weren't really allowed to even see the king. Like the king had his own private little kitchen that only those people were allowed to really greet the king or whatever. How's your living situation? I want to send you money to help you out when I start working at my job. Bro, I'm pretty much homeless, man. That's my living situation. I go to place. I got people, that, I may stay with for a week, then I gotta go somewhere else, bro. It's not permanent. That's why I'm hoping, bro. Something can happen with any of my creative online adventures. That's what I want, bro. I'm tired of suffering, man. I'm tired of being under people's power. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of not having no fucking money. I want the money, the power, the fortune, and fame. That means I end up in hell, burning and screaming in flames. I don't give a shit. I'm tired of it. All right, like when you go through enough hell, you stop fearing hell. You stop fearing all that shit. Your mind just breaks. Honestly. Uh, yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to read all these. Hold on, man. I'm not used to doing live, I'm used to like making my video and then doing something else and coming back on comments. Yeah, guys like you and BBR, Savvy Guy, usually get a loyal audience because it resonates with a lot of guys. Bro, yeah. These ninja agents trying to figure out where you live and don't fall for it. Hey, man, you absolutely right, bro. You know what? See, that's one thing about me, bro. I keep forgetting that I got a bunch of agents and assassins, I keep forgetting that. You're right. Hey, good looking out, lonely black pillar. Good looking out, homie. Hey, I'm glad you in here, all right. I was homeless for like 2 months. Shit was crazy experience. Yeah, I've been homeless more. This ain't my real first rodeo being homeless, but it's my first rodeo being homeless with no family support, no nothing. So it's pretty hard. Football, personal experiences and all. Please give us all those stories. Just use coded language to stay low key. All right, hold on. I want to tell you something. All you have to do is pray. Yeah. Dude said pray. Nah, bro. Look, man. I believe in the Gnostic Christ, and a good God would never send you to hell anyway. Why would a loving, caring God want to threaten you with hellfire? That's not a God that I want to be around with forever, and that's not the real God anyway. Because if that's the real God, then this whole existence is just existence. There's no other alternate realities. Is this just you just Go through this life. Oh, if you don't believe in Christ, you go to hell for eternity. Doesn't that sound just too like, it sounds too strict? Doesn't it sound too strict? Doesn't it sound too it just sounds too wicked and evil? And plus, look at this God's actions. Look at us in this situation. This guy's not helping none of us in here. You know, this God sees me down and out, and still there's people that try to kick me down, So yeah, look, bro. I used to be a religious. I read the Bible multiple times. I read the Apocrypha. I know this God intimately, and this God has favorites, and He threatens you with fear and intimidation. He doesn't want you to know more knowledge than Him. I believe in Gnosticism. I truly believe that we are divine sparks from another dimension, that we are our own gods. And this God somehow trapped us when Sophia fell. That's what I truly believe, brother. And there's no way you can change my mind, man. That's just because I'm going through it. I see situations and events that happen in my life that seem orchestrated. It seems premeditated almost. I'm like, what the fuck? How did that happen? Like all of a sudden, like I'm walking across the street, and I swear to you, I don't see no car. And then all of a sudden, boom, a car run. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even see this car. What the fuck is this? Like, like the car just come out of nowhere, and I pay attention when I cross. Where'd this car come from? It'd be some creepy Resident Evil shit going on, you know. And all that Christ says, oh look, bro, I respect your religion, but please don't bring your religious stuff in here, homie. Like, I respect it, brother. I respect you. If you believe in Christ, that's what's up, homie. But Christ is obviously not helping us, honestly. All that praying religion stuff don't help nobody. It's just for people that are scared to burn in hell forever because they're scared to take on their own inner divinity, and not being able to take a hold of your own divinity is just going to lead to you being a servant forever. Who wants to be a servant to a wicked God? This Christian God, He created hell. He created the spirit of termination. He created jealousy. He said He was a jealous God in the Bible. Why would you bow and listen to anything that says they're jealous? What if there's a higher God that's watching this and looking at who's the one that were cowardly and ran under fear, and then eventually when this all ends, He's going to bless us who stood up and stood up for truth and righteousness. You never know. You never know, bro. So yeah, we do need our own planet, bro. Yeah, so it's crazy, man. Nah, I thought it's the Book of Eli. Isn't that a movie with Will Smith? I don't know. Yeah, man. So I'm just saying, bro. Trust me, I grew up in a religious family, bro. I was extremely religious, bro. I went to church all the time. I read the Bible. I did all that, bro. And it's just no. This God uses too much fear and intimidation, and spiritual assassination and integration with all other types of methodologies. And I don't feel like being bothered with that mess, man. I understand this God doesn't give a F about me, you know. Now, the Gnostic version of Christ is interesting because the Gnostic version of Christ is when the monad, the real divine God or whatever sent like a version of Christ to come to this earth. That's why He said, you are like your father, the devil, evil and wicked. You know what I mean? And people mistake, like Lucifer or the devil or whatever, just being oh, it's just him. He's the only evil one. It's like, no, you have Hades, you have the spirit of termination, just read between the lines of that. When you pass away forever, you got that spirit. And you got all these other evil entities, but you have a God that's supposed to be holy and righteous, but yet He chooses to pick wickedness. They say we got choices in life, and then this God has choices. He has a choice whether He can bless us or not. But this God consistently and persistently and relentlessly chooses not to bless us. So what does that tell you about this being? That's all I got to say on that, brother. But much respect. I ain't trying to, what's his name? I ain't trying to disrespect on me. Young, whatever your name is, Young J, I ain't trying to disrespect your religion on me, but I just know the truth. I look past all that Christian stuff. You go to church right now, it's all about money. You go to church, it's all about money. It's all about that. It's not about real spiritual growth and development. They don't give a damn about your soul. All they care about is the next dollar. And plus, a lot of the church has the biggest thoughts, bops, pimps, and all that in there. I seen it. Nah, Denzel Washington is fire. You like it? That sounds familiar. I may check it out. you know. you know, yeah, man. So, yeah, bro. I hope he does too, man. I miss Tawana. That was the homie, man, for real. You're right about weird, evil things happening out of nowhere. Yeah, G Fume. Yeah, man. Like that's why I'm saying. Like, this seems coordinated, brother. It seems coordinated, and like I didn't want to believe this at first. Remember, I was a hardcore Christian. I was a hardcore Christian. I knew my Bible from front to the back. Like if you would have met me about 20 years ago, I'll be a totally different person. I'll be calling, a lot of people demons and evil, you're agents of the devil and all that, but it hit me, when I was just wondering, when I was really going through it, when I seen one of my friends pass away in front of my eyes, and at that time I was trying to pray, and it didn't, and that kind of shifted my whole thing. But even before that, when I was a kid getting abused physically, verbally, I've been through a lot of shit that I just don't talk about on the channel, right? So it's been an accumulation and a retention of negative energetic manifestational frequency events, it has come to, and just read the Bible. The God is a bloodthirsty monster. It's not a loving, caring God that cares about you. He can snap his fingers and end all the war, snap his fingers and make us wealthy and rich. But yet, this God who would rather us suffer. Come on, man. Bro, the last time I went to a church, bro, I'm teaching you not, the pastor had a Bentley. I kid you not. The pastor had a Bentley, and people in there couldn't even pay their bills. And then this one girl was like, "Oh, she didn't have her ties." And then he told her, "Oh, since you don't have your ties today, the next time you're gonna owe me double." What man of the Lord says you're gonna owe him double? That doesn't seem like a good God to me. That sounds like a business and a hustler scheme. So that's why I don't like that shit, bro. Yeah, there's so much neutralization, disease, and destruction in the world. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, there is, man. That's why a lot of people are going crazy, bro. Um, yeah, man. I was about to go. I was about to go on a religious rant. I just stopped myself because then I'm gonna start cussing, and I'm gonna really, I'm gonna get into it. But I don't want to. I'm gonna calm down because I'm just angry with the demiurge and angry with all of his agents and angry with the way this world is. We shouldn't be living like this, man. There's too much money out there. When I seen Moist Critical, I know, and most of y'all know who Moist Critical is, Charlie Penguins. When I seen Moist Critical get 35 million in ad revenue, I was like, what the heck? Even though he's been doing it for a long time. But when I seen that, and when I seen people like, no disrespect to Kai Cenat or iShowSpeed, no disrespect to those brothers. They doing their thing, and I ain't hating. I'm just being real. When you see somebody just do some foolishness and they get millions of dollars, meanwhile, you got to look for a job. You got to work 8 hours to get $300, $400, $800 every 2 weeks. What is a grown man going to do with $1,100 in every 2 weeks? That ain't no damn money. Once you pay all your bills, it's gone. Yet these kids are just doing foolishness and getting millions. Or a bop or a thought is shaking her arse and getting millions of dollars. Come on, man. That's not fair. And this world ain't fair. It wasn't meant to be fair. This world was meant to cause loose energy. I truly believe that the goal of this world is to harvest our negative energies. And this evil being is doing it for something because, look, what's today? I don't know what today is. My mind's so broke today. Oh, hell, today's Sunday. I'm thinking it's Friday. That let you know where my mind is at. But yeah, so the weekend's pretty much over. So when tomorrow comes, there'll be so many people miserable because they got to go back to the 9 to 5. They're not rich. They don't have the girl they want. They're going through a lot of emotional turmoil, right? So it's just like around the world, you keep seeing war. You keep seeing the same patterns over and over again. It's interesting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.